What's up, everybody, and welcome back to A Beer a Day with TK. It's a warm one here in Findlay, Ohio, and I'm hanging out in the beer shed getting ready to check out a new beer. Now, the one I have today is called Philsner, and this is from Imprint Brewing out of Hatfield, Pennsylvania. Now, this was sent to me by my friend Wayne from Bucks County Beer Reviews. So I'll throw his logo up here, and I'll have a link to his channel down below. If you don't follow his channel, you don't watch his stuff, you're missing out. He does some really cool stuff. He's in the Philadelphia area. Does a lot of stuff doing with beers in and around that area. Does a lot of beer traits. Does a lot of the verses. So like one beer versus another to see how they stack up. And he's also a collector of beer cans, old vintage beer cans. So some real interesting stuff. Give Wayne a like and a sub. Go check out his videos. So this one is, like I said, called Philsner. And this is a Philadelphia Phillies inspired beer. For those that don't know, I was born and raised in Philly. I moved out to Ohio to go to law school and basically have been here since, I guess, 2007. But I'm still a loyal Phillies fan. The Phillies are doing good. So Wayne is cool. Whenever there are Phillies beers, he'll save them up and send them out to me. So I'll have an unboxing video that goes up before this. And he sent me out 4 Phillies-inspired ones recently. So this one here, like I said, is from Imprint Beer Co. I'm pretty sure I've had their beers before, but I don't know that I've ever had their Phillies one. So pretty cool to get it. The label, can art's pretty neat. It almost looks like one of those Mad Balls, if you remember them from, where are they from? I guess maybe the late 80s, early 90s. But it's kind of an interesting can art. Now let's check this bad boy out. 4.3% ABV, and this is supposed to be a light lager is what it says. So I'm guessing, again, it's baseball season. This is supposed to be something that you enjoy while tailgating or watching a Phillies game and enjoying some baseball. Now, I will say the last baseball game I was at was actually in Detroit, and it was really good seats. My buddy had gotten them, but it was so hot I thought I was going to die. We had to go up under the mezzanine and take breaks. I think it was about 100 degrees the day we went, and ironically, someone gave away the seats probably because it was a 100-degree day, but I had a good day at the ballpark. We drank some beers and, did the thing. Now, if I look at this in the glass, this thing is crystal clear. You can see right through it. There's a ton of carbonation. Got a finger's worth of head there. It's just white. It's kind of doing the craggy rock thing. And you see a lot of fish eyes on the top as well. Now, if I'm going to my Brew HQ chart, this is like a 1. I mean, this is a very light, pale straw color. Tons of carbonation. It's what I'd expect to see in a light lager, right? That's kind of what it looks like. So, let's give it a sniff. See if I can smell anything on this. Now, the one thing I will say this, when I see light beers, I sometimes get worried that they're going to be too light or too much of that cereal grain, that adjuncty kind of taste or smell, and usually you can pick it up on the nose. Now, with this, you pick up some light cereal grain, but it's not that gross, sweet adjunct smell. So that's refreshing and luring me in and making me want to actually drink this light beer. That's about it. Maybe a hint of citrus, but that's about it. Yeah, smells all right. Let's give it a shot. Cheers. Go Phils. Body on it, light as you would expect. Obviously, it's a light beer. Oh, one thing I actually forgot to mention when I was looking this up, the stats. Like I said, Untappd 3.78, Beer Advocate 3.96. There's only 2 check-ins. One thing that was cool on Beer Advocate, they said on the bottom there it says Go Phils. So I've looked at the bottom of mine, and it says canned on 5/9/24. So that's, what's today? Today is like the 12th of June. So this is just barely a month old. But mine doesn't say Go Phils. It says canned on the date, 4.3%, and it says Bohm Run. So if you don't know the Phillies, Alec Bohm, B-O-H-M, Bohm Run. So Phillies-inspired message on the bottom. Glad I read the Beer Advocate thing because I probably wouldn't have looked at it. So pretty cool to see that on the bottom, little message there. At this point in the season, I think Alec Bohm has 51 RBIs and is about 4th in the league in RBIs. So pretty solid season for him. All right, now back to this beer. This is kind of what you'd expect in a light beer body-wise. Very light, but not so light that it's distracting. It's decent for a light beer. Taste-wise, pretty decent. I don't know about you. Usually if I have a light beer, say you're at a ball game or you're at a barbecue and they just throw you light beers, my goal is to not pass out in the sun as I'm averse to the heat. I don't really care for it. And I think this beer would solve that problem. At 4.3, it's light enough that you could have a few of them, but this is the key, it actually has some flavor. So that's kind of a positive here. A lot of times you drink light beers, I guess you're conceding flavor for the lower ABV, but with this, I don't think you have to concede anything. So flavors, what do you get? I think you definitely get a nice kind of like a malt backbone there. It's just kind of a light bready backbone, nothing too crazy. Hops wise, not a ton of hops. You might get a tiny, tiny presence there. Like I said, I don't think it listed the IBUs anywhere online. It's a negligible hops presence, but there is something there. There's a slight little bit of bitterness to counterbalance kind of the sweeter, breadier notes, and that's kind of it. I don't really think you get much citrusy in this. The sweetness from the grain isn't over the top, adjuncty, and gross. It's kind of like light cereal grain, light bitterness, and that's it. Again, this is supposed to be a sessionable, crushable, tailgating beer, and I think it's up to the task. So for me, Philsner, you get a big thumbs up. I would definitely crush a few of these if I was in the parking lot getting ready to watch the fighting Phillies do battle with another team. So Wayne, thanks again for sending this out to me. Big thumbs up for the beer. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up, hit that like button. If you want to see more videos like this, please hit subscribe. And as always, you got any comments or questions, jump in down below. Have you tried Philsner? Are there any other baseball-inspired beers that you like? I did the Tony Gwynn one the other day, and because I'm a Phillies fan, I tend to find Phillies ones. But in Ohio, I occasionally find some Indians ones. So, I'm a big fan of the baseball beers. Let me know what your favorite is down below. Hey, till next time, go Phils.